So there's a quote that gets passed around YouTube often by Eleanor Roosevelt that is, do something that scares you every day. And while the spirit of the quote is correct, Eleanor Roosevelt actually said, you must do the thing you think you cannot do. And this past Sunday, that's exactly what I tried to do. I tried to do something that I honestly didn't think that I was capable of. I wasn't trained for and didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but father of one of my fans contacted me and informed me that his son had terminal cancer and that it would mean a lot to him if I just recorded a video, anything for his son Fee. And upon learning that his son was in Orlando, I decided that a video just wasn't good enough. And even though I didn't know if I could do it or not, I absolutely had to go meet this fan while there was still time and spend a day with him, trying to show him all the things that make me happy about this hobby and this community. So my friend Chris Holly and I set out to do just that. Chris paid all the fines. Florida has a lot of fines. So I was really nervous meeting Fee at first because I wasn't entirely sure what he would think of me. When we spoke on the phone, all he'd ever asked me about was what I was bringing with me and how tall I was. And so I tried to bring all of my very best stuff and be my absolute tallest self. But the thing that surprised me more than anything else was once we started working together, how easy it was to get along with him. For a 10-year-old, you'd never know it. He had so much incredible knowledge about the hobby taken from my videos and the videos of others on YouTube that he's a very capable modder, and we quickly didn't become like what we were, I guess, as much as we just were two people who were sharing a hobby and all of the fun that comes from tinkering and taking apart these things. So we set out to build the absolute best hammer shot we could with the time that we had together and the materials that I brought with me. Threw some Orange ModWorks gear in there, and then went outside and braved the Florida humidity to paint it up with some metallic enamel. Fee's favorite color is red. No surprise. Even though I brought quick drying paint, it quickly became apparent that I wanted to spend as much time with Fee as he could possibly handle. And I originally had planned to spend 7 hours driving down and then a couple of hours with him and then 7 hours back. You know, a day trip of sorts. But I was just captured and taken in by the sheer magic of how much love was in this house and how many not only family members but also so very many friends of Fee and his parents were there to kind of look out for him and just be with him on all of these days. And that was so special to me, and I was so honored to get to be a part of that environment that I felt as though it was my absolute privilege to give a day of my time to someone who had so very few left, and that just meant everything to me. So instead of just doing the hammer shot, we went to Fee's armory and we found a crossbolt to work on, and Fee said that he wanted to do it exactly like the mod guide, and so that's what we did. Dad, knock him off that hoverboard. Not before learning that Fee is an absolutely savage foam warrior himself, though, lighting up all of his family. Wow. It wound up being a really good thing that I had Fee with me for the crossbolt modification, because it has been a while since I've been inside one of these bullpup wonders, and luckily his memory is much better than mine, so he knew exactly what to take off and where to go. With the help of his iPad and past me, we made it all happen. So we gutted the crossbolt, and then we started cutting down the bow arms, and we wound up making him a really cool primary to go with his awesome hammer shot. But while this was all going on, the paint and detailing work on the hammer shot dried, and we got to get to work on that next. Luckily for us, Fee has a lot of the modding materials that he's seen in my videos, so he had silver tester's enamel for me to detail this hammer shot up, and then it was off to the races. A little bit of hairdryer action later, and I was definitely able to start stitching up a leather wrap for this, which I don't think you guys have ever seen me do on the channel before, but it's just as easy as tying your shoes. No muss, no fuss, no problems. Now, this is the part of the video that I've recorded a few times now and re-recorded and recorded over because I don't know if I'll ever truly be happy with it, but I fear that I might be running out of time, and better is often the enemy of good. And I promised Fee and his father that I would launch a video about our time together and make Fee YouTube famous. So I did want to take the opportunity that this video presents to share a few thoughts, because I didn't realize just how heavily this experience in this day of just regular Nerf modding would affect and change me, but it definitely did, and for the better. Another misquote that gets thrown around the internet all the time is, be the change that you want to see in the world. And while Gandhi never said it, my 8th grade chemistry teacher, Mr. Dietz, did. And it really stuck with me. So when I had the opportunity to do this thing, I thought about that. And I thought about how doing the right thing is its own reward, and that sometimes little things are a much bigger deal than you ever imagined that they could be. I started this YouTube channel to get out of commission work. I actually wanted to teach people how to mod Nerf guns so that I wouldn't have to do it as often, and it quickly became something so much more than that. So much more that it gave me the opportunity to give a boy who could really use a good day exactly that. And I think that that's a privilege, and I appreciate you guys letting me share that experience with you. And I just wanted to leave you with that final thought, that if you ever have the opportunity to be the change that you want to see in the world, I truly hope that you seize it. The truth is that this hobby inspires the next generation of tinkerers and engineers and dreamers, and the sad truth is that not all of us get to grow up and become those things. And so I think it's all the more important to realize how incredibly special that is, and to try and be good to one another whenever we get the chance. For the first time, I've disabled the comments on a YouTube video because I kind of sort of know what they're already going to be, and this video isn't about me at all. It's about Fee, who is easily the strongest Nerfer I've ever met, and I've met thousands, and kind of in some small way about how he made me stronger and how maybe he could do the same for you. Thank you very much for watching. Much love, Nerf on, Drac out.